Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. We're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of October 24th, 2019. The current character challenge is Arkham Origins Joker. That is a 1 week repeat, and the required characters for that are Cyborg, Bane, and Wonder Woman, who are bronze, silver, and silver respectively, so not that hard to get, even if you're a newer player. The passive is Contagious Laughter. Joker's special attacks inflict poison gas. The damage from the poison multiplies with every Arkham teammate. He's got medium-ish stats. He's got 1150 and 850, so, low health, but decent attack.
Yeah, I'll say poison is not my favorite damage over time, because the secondary effect is useful, right? That it reduces the opponent's damage by 20%, so it's more of a defensive effect than compared to, say, bleed, which I love.
Yeah, bleed is the best.
Yeah, but it's still decent as a strategy damage over time, unless you're facing a Blackest Night Flash team that will turn the damage over time against you. And so just recently, just playing a team like that, where I intentionally bled them with Aquaman and then came in and did Deathstroke Special 2. It's amazing how fast they generate power. So it's not even the health that's a problem. It's that as soon as you hit them and they start generating power, they've got enough for a super. And if you don't watch out and hit them really hard right away with something big, by the time you finish your combo and they're not knocked out, they've got another super.
Yeah.
So using Joker this way, any Arkham teammate or Batman Returns Catwoman is going to be a good way to boost his damage over time. And Quake Engine is great because not only does it lock in opponents for longer because he's Joker, they will also take a second round of damage over time.
Yeah, and you get a restart. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, and if it weren't for Arkham Knight Catwoman, I would probably be using him more as my damage over time specialist on an Arkham team. But, I guess there's only so much.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I say?
No, except if there wasn't Catwoman,
Yeah,
I'm saying, but Catwoman exists,
Exactly.
so it's not really,
Yeah, for sure.
This week's multiplayer reward is Sengoku Helmet, which becomes the Batman Ninja Helmet. The effects are at max sort of evolved. Is it evolved?
Yeah,
I forget
evolved.
what the
It is
terminology
evolved.
is. There's so
That's
many
right.
things to keep track of
It
for
is evolved.
upgrades.
Yeah.
40% max health increase. For every 5% of available power, damage received reduced by 2.3%. And then Batman's ability, for every 10% of available power, crit chance is increased by 3%. And its evolved ability, which is 50% chance to resist power drain.
Right. So if you look at those numbers, right? So when you power, depending on how much power is available, right? So every 10% available power, that means if you're 100%, you could get an extra
30% crit chance.
30% crit chance.
And a reduction of 46% damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, at full power.
So it's a really good defensive gear for your tank. And in general, the teams that we make, we don't lean on defensive gears too heavily. But
Yeah.
in our original Justice League team and original loadout on New 52 Superman, with New 52 Wonder Woman giving him power, his passive is enough to make him a good offensive force. So that means you put in the gear slots to make him almost invulnerable.
Yeah, because cutting his damage in half when he's holding a full set of power is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, just by that one piece of gear.
Yeah, especially considering that if you're playing for other characters even, if you're using them as a tank, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times we use specials for spacing
Yes.
to keep them in without taking too much damage.
Right.
But if you have this gear on, you don't need to use specials for spacing. You can block and take basically nothing.
And sometimes you can not even block and take basically nothing. If
Anyways,
you've got
yeah, that's true.
the Gingold Soda and the Killer Croc companion gear.
Yeah, but this just makes it's totally worth holding power for the
Right.
effects.
So the main problem and why this is no longer we no longer put that on the New 52 Justice League team loadout is that to get the best benefit out of two of the abilities, so that reduced damage taken, crit chance increased for Batman, which doesn't apply actually for Superman anyways, but you can't use your power.
Yeah.
So it's still a really good gear. The best thing I think is that the abilities are in line with each other, and the evolved part means that you get to protect the power that you're hoarding. It makes
so
a lot
even
of sense.
somebody with power drain is not gonna necessarily be able to get you.
Right. So I like the gear. It's maybe not the best, and I think if we were more inclined to have, instead of overloading on 3 offensive guys,
Yeah.
and keep up using one tank, I think we'd probably be using this gear a lot more. But it's definitely really good gear.
For sure. I think one potential use of it is if you apply it with the Master's Death cart, and Tentu Totem. You can have somebody who comes in, works as a tank until they can get your special off, and it would, for newer players, I think, potentially, or people who are having more trouble with the timing to get unblocked, it will let you very consistently get unblocked, and while they're in, they're working as a tank until you use their special, and if you kill them, you get to roll them in to continue being a tank.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Potentially.
Yeah. I can see that.
In the store, we've got Batman Ninja Lord Joker. This is for 26 Canadian. Not worth it. It's one copy. They don't unlock in your store. It's probably a clue for next week's challenge. Not always.
And I guess it makes sense. I mean, would be the third Joker in a row to promote the movie. Although with the life cycle of movies now, it feels like a lot of them, it's really just the opening week that matters. Although it had some legs. I think the second week, the ticket sales did not drop that much.
Yeah, it's true. To be fair, I almost felt like it had come out way before it did because there was just memes and jokes about it. Where I feel like the life cycle of the movie, where the things that people had to say about it almost petered off when it actually came out.
So it died before it even was released.
Well, I'm sure it was popular enough, right?
Yeah.
But from in terms of the online discourse about it.
Right.
We also have the Batman versus Superman character bundle in the store for 27 Canadian. It comes with Dawn of Justice Superman, Dawn of Justice Batman, who's never challenged. They were in the previous Dawn of Justice gold pack, if I remember correctly.
Hard to get. So it was a random drop in a gold pack. So these are the kind of packs that are almost close to being worth it, right?
Yeah, because you also get the rarer Dawn of Justice gears.
Right. So I'm pretty sure they're not available in the regular gear locker. And I mean, it's not even like we use them that much, but if you want to be completionist.
Yeah, if you don't have them, this is actually a decent bundle to get.
Right.
We also have the Halloween bundle for 26 Canadian. It comes with 3 golds. There's a chance at Blackest Night characters. There's 2% chance for each of Batman, Doomsday, Hawkgirl, Superman, and Flash. So there's a 10% total chance of getting a Blackest Night character.
And people, I mean, we're not going to test it because it's a cash pack.
Yeah.
People have been talking about how that if you don't get one of the Blackest Night, then you get one of the challenge. So maybe there's a bigger variation in the number of different kinds of characters that you can get out of that pack.
Yeah. In Survivor, we have the 4th World Gear set until the 30th of October, 2019.
Mm-hmm. And Phantom Zone still, there's another week and a half left. So fingers crossed, hopefully that variation, having originally 18 days instead of 14, means something.
Yeah.
I was speculating when you weren't here last week, I was speculating that, if we were going to be really optimistic, maybe that's a sign that there's thinking of doing something like an update, but I don't want to tell you. Well, I already jinxed it anyways. I didn't want to jinx it, but I just did.
Now you've double jinxed it.
I double jinxed it. Yeah, so hopefully, but and Fight 62 is still broken. Maybe their change is going to be they're going to fix Fight 62.
Yeah, that would be not bad. As far as Breakthrough goes, everybody has now had a turn through Breakthrough, and it looks like the series of sort of new guys and old guys mix is cycling back through.
Right.
So we don't need to read out the list anymore because we've pretty much gotten everybody.
Yeah, so the link will be in the description to the thread started by Devlin16 on the subreddit for Injustice.
Yeah.
That lists basically the full cycle.
Yeah. Moving on to the current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We're Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android. If you're on iOS and you see a question from an iOS user asking for help in the comments, please consider helping out. It's been a while since we mentioned that, but it's maybe good to bring it up again. And just a quick spoiler alert right here at the top, nothing has changed this week, so if that's what you were waiting for, if you're just looking for the glitch information, you can do something else with your remaining 4 minutes or however long we're going to take to close out here.
You say off the top. I guess it feels like it's off the top because we spent so much time, but it's really deep in the middle of.
Yeah, I guess in the back quarter maybe.
Yeah.
More accurately.
Right. So maybe I will get to start with the significant not working glitches. There's currently no working glitch for credits that we're willing to endorse, and we talk about this in a lot more detail in a previous season 6 episode 9 of our Q&A, which is actually our P and Q and C and A and T video that we do mostly weekly.
I wonder how much time we've, I don't want to say wasted, but maybe spent explaining our dumb joke for the title.
Yeah. So the biggest point, if you don't want to watch that, for the longer explanation, is that the risk of being on 2 devices simultaneously in the same account is a risk for having the account suspended and losing the ability to play online.
Mm-hmm. The glitch for getting repeated pass, not repassed, multiplayer season rewards is not working. The glitch for early multiplayer season rewards, not working. Nothing to get through the Phantom Zone quickly right now.
And I should point out, too, that some people are still getting the multiplayer season rewards early unintentionally, and we haven't figured out how they're doing it enough to actually repeat it and
it seems to mostly be annoying people when it happens, so it's not that great.
Yeah, because they're not high enough ranked to actually get anything good.
Yeah. Now we can talk about the working glitches a little bit. Glitch to let you play Phantom Zone repeatedly is still working, so you can use that to play after you've done your 3 buy-ins, or even better, skip your buy-ins altogether and save that 50 nth medal every time. Challenge reset method that requires Google Play Cloud Save is still working. It's confirmed on the current Arkham Origins Joker challenge, and we mentioned those together because they're basically the same glitch. If you do one, you're going to be doing the other, so don't reset unless you're willing to reset.
Right, unless you're willing to lose progress
on both.
the other one,
reset both or reset neither is basically, it's an all or nothing.
So the breakthrough glitch to let you play it repeatedly still working. It's the time zone shift. We've never had trouble, but if you have, we've got cut and pasted one viewer's comment on what they can do, but we can't test that or confirm whether it's any good because we've just never run in that situation.
The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. That's good for both packs with random drops, aka loot boxes, and last laugh tickets. Doesn't work in the Phantom Zone when it's around. So right now, for us, because it requires an online connection, it seems like there's an iOS variant of this glitch, but we can't get it to work in any meaningful capacity on Android.
Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play, energy recharges. Always remember, bring your countdown clock back to normal before you're done using it. Free energy without having to watch the video still works. And we've been getting the button ungrayed out intermittently on one device and never on the other device. So, if you're on iOS and you have that problem where it's always grayed out, Dragons952, we've cut and pasted one of his comments on a potential solution. Again, try at your own risk. We are not iOS, so we cannot confirm whether it works.
And in between not working and working glitches, we have sort of the Twilight Zone just in time for Halloween.
Oh, that's
right.
True.
It's in limbo. It's in a little bit of a spooky state of not quite working, but not technically not working. It's the promotion glitch where you can promote characters that are still locked. Hasn't had the right conditions since update 2.14. It's pretty much a shambling corpse at this point. We're keeping it alive. We're keeping it in the video just in case because it's a technicality and we're a sucker for those. So we're gonna keep it here and just keep sort of mentioning it, almost joking about it. I feel like I'm mocking the glitch at this point because it doesn't feel like a real thing to me anymore.
Yeah.
But it's here, I guess.
And so are we.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Big thank you to our patrons on Patreon.
We're both tired. Can you tell?
Yeah.
What's your excuse? I have 2 quizzes tomorrow and then an exam the day after.
I'm just old.
That's fair. Okay, so
a big thank you to Console Peasant supporting us at the top tier Last Word, Sean Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Mall, and Michael DeVries, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Eddie G and Chris Wolf at the gratitude level.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda!